Okay, still 3 people not joined. Chitra, Disha. Anyway, we can start. So, last week we learned about the JUnit framework, right? So, JUnit framework is more kind of the testing framework, but used for development developer to write the unit test cases, right? So, why we create framework to maintain and task will be easiest, right? So here what happened previously, only one class is uses for only one test cases, right? To avoid every time creating separate class for one test cases, we have created our own framework, that is a JUnit framework, and in that we have used annotations, right? So there are only 6 annotations we have used: before class, before, test, after, after class. Generally before class, after class, before, after, and test. These are the 5, and ignore is 1, 6. So 6 annotation we have used, and we have created multiple classes, and we have create one runner class as well to run all the test cases, right? This is what we learned in last week. So if even that, if you forget about the JUnit, if you are not able to create the JUnit or create the test case in JUnit, that's okay. But apart from that, I am today going to teach you the TestNG framework that is more important from testing perspective. Okay, so most of the companies, most of the automation tester are using the TestNG. Okay, TestNG automation framework in NG, as I have already told you, NG stand for next generation. Test NG. Okay, NG stand for next generation, and Test NG also inspired from the JUnit. Firstly, JUnit is created and it's inspired from Test NG to JUnit. So same annotations we are using here, but the annotation list is more into Test NG. Okay, so there are so many disadvantages using the JUnit framework. To overcome that at disadvantages, we are so basically TestNG is designed and we are using TestNG itself in the testing. So the question is, why we use TestNG with the Selenium, or what is that advantages which we are not having into the JUnit. The first is that we saw test JUnit framework with the report, right? So generating report is not proper into the JUnit, but here the report generation part is very clear. So you will able to understand that how many test cases are run perfectly fine, how many test cases are pass, how many test cases are fail, how many test cases are skip. So everything, the report will be clear cut design here, so no need to add anything into the test ng. You will able to get the report clarity. The first advantage. The second is advantage that as we created one runner class, separate class to run the multiple test cases, or it is a group the test cases, right? So it is the very easiest part in TestNG. We are creating testng.xml file, and that's we are not adding any code, that is automatically given by TestNG framework itself. So sorry, that is the second advantage. The third advantage is that we can use multiple browser, we can use parallel execution, you can use cross browser testing. In TestNG we can use cross browser parallel execution very easily. And the third, the next one, as Abhay asked one question previously, if I have 10 test cases and I want to maintain my own sequence for the execution test cases, that is not possible in JUnit, but in TestNG this is possible to maintain your own sequence. If you want to run 6 number test case at the first place and 10 number test case as the second place, that will be a easiest part, and that process you can do into the TestNG framework. So there are so many advantages of the TestNG framework. Okay, so let's see how to but TestNG look like that. JUnit is inbuilt library into the Eclipse, right? But TestNG library is not inbuilt library into the Eclipse. You need to install deliberately into the Eclipse. Okay, so how we can install? Go to the Google. Go to the Google. Diksha Sonam joined. Okay, both are not joined. Anyway, go to the Google. Type here testng.org. This is the separate site. testng.org. Okay, in the testng.org, click on the download. Go down. Here, update site for the release. Copy this URL. Select. Copy this URL. I'm telling again. Go to the testng.org. Click on the download. Go down. Install from the update site. Copy this URL. Go to your Eclipse. Click on the click on the help. Click on the install software. And previous to that everyone is having different version, right? So one simple way, go to the help, click on the Eclipse Marketplace, and the Eclipse Marketplace window will be open. Type here test ng. So it's depend upon your Eclipse. Sometimes test ng is coming here. Okay, look here, test ng, 6 more matches, right? Click here. So if the TestNG you will able to find here in Eclipse Marketplace. Look here, it's processing. Okay, TestNG search. Yeah, look here, TestNG is coming here, right? Just drag or drop, just drag to install. If you drag this option, look like here. If you drag to option, look like here, it is automatically installed in Eclipse Marketplace. This is the first way. I'm telling you this way. And few people, if they are not getting in TestNG here, if the TestNG option is not getting here, okay, so what you can do, you can go to the, instead of the marketplace, you can go to the install new software. This is the second things I am telling how to install the TestNG. Second thing here, click on add button, type here test generation, and whatever the site we have opened, copy this URL, go to the Eclipse and just paste that URL over here. This is the second part. Click on the add button. Look here, that TestNG is coming here. Okay, just select these all options and just click on the next. Make sure these are the optional Maven integration. As of now you can remove this and just click on the next. It will be installed. This is the second part. Okay, this is the second step you can install. The first easiest way, go to the Eclipse Marketplace. If you are not able to find the TestNG, open the TestNG org, copy this URL, go to the go to the install new software and click on the add and paste that URL over here. Type down here TestNG. Okay, just click next. I have already installed, so that's why I'm not creating next button. Okay, so TestNG will be installed. And the third is that, even that I have some URL. I have one GitHub URL. This URL also you can find out from TestNG org site itself. I will tell you. I am providing this URL, but anyway, this URL you will get here only, testng.org. Go here, remove org, download. If you go here, you will see here last TestNG Eclipse plugin is on the GitHub. Click here GitHub and go down. Okay, after go down, here you will get one options in GitHub. You can also drag and drop. Look like that. I'm mouse hovering your itself. It's saying that drag. Look here. After mouse hovering, drag your running Eclipse in workspace. So you need to drag only in your Eclipse. That is the easiest way. Okay. Apart from that, these are the latest version. Apart from that, if you want older version, so go down and here are the version history. So whatever version you want, you can download directly, and this plugin you will get, you can add this plugin into the Eclipse. Okay, here you will get the, if you click here, if I want, let's say suppose if I want to 16, just click on the download, it will download this whole jar file. Okay, so after downloading, you need to go to here for particular project, as we same process, build path, configure build path, add external library, and select that TestNG here. So that library will be added over here. So these are the steps to installation TestNG. Any doubt, any queries? Okay, moving ahead. So as I told you how to install the TestNG, you can try after this class. If you are not able to understand, see the video or recording one or two times, so you will get to know how to install the TestNG. Any of the one way will be work for your Eclipse. I told you 3-4 different ways to install the Eclipse, right? Okay, anyway, I am going to create one new project. TestNG framework. Finish. So TestNG is coming here. So these are the GRE library. The first step, if you want to work with any project, which library we are adding, Gopi, which library we wanted to add to work with any one basic
Standalone?
lab. Correct.
Okay.
Standalone, right? Right
Yeah.
button, build path, configure build path, add external jar, and Selenium server standalone jar we are adding. This is the first step. Apply and close. So that references jar, that WebDriver references jar are coming into the Selenium standalone jar server. Okay. To work with the TestNG, you need to add TestNG library. Look like JUnit library. The TestNG library is adding same process: build path, configure build path, add library, and TestNG. Why TestNG is coming here? Because I have already installed. If that TestNG is not installed, these options will not come here. Okay, so make sure before finding these options, you need to install the TestNG. So TestNG, next, finish. TestNG is coming here, apply, apply and close. So TestNG library is added. So this framework, I have added two libraries. One is Selenium server and another one is TestNG. Now I'm creating one package. TestNG demo. Okay. And so as I told you, TestNG is having and more annotation rather than JUnit, right? That is the before suit. Last time also I saw you the before suit, before test, before class, before method and test, right? So here are very easiest way. Just right button click on this package and go to the TestNG. You will find two options here: TestNG create TestNG class and convert TestNG class. How we can do? Right click on the package, go down. TestNG will get two options: create TestNG class and convert to TestNG class. Just click on the create TestNG class. You will get to know what the annotations we have. As I told you, before method, before, it's look like before suit, before test, before class, before method. So look like before suit, after suit, before test, after test, before class, after class, before method, after method, and data provider. These are the annotations we are using into the TestNG. Okay, so I'm selecting these all annotation. As of now I'm not as of now I'm not taking the data provider. So the class name I have already, the system is already provided the new test. Okay, the package name is TestNG demo and the source framework is TestNG framework, right? So once I create the finish, I no need to create the separate class over here to right button new and class here, right? So with the annotations, class is created, new test class is created at the rate test, before test, after method, before class. Everything is already ready-made created here. Look. So here I don't want to write manually things. Okay. So let's say suppose I have provided the test annotation. So I test method. Let me copy, paste it. Okay. Before method, copy at the rate before method. After method, copy at the rate after method. So these are the nothing but very frequent interviewer question, very favorite interview question. Frequently interview will be asked this type of the questions. I will tell you the sequence. What is the sequence? What is the execution sequence in TestNG? Here, at the rate test annotation will be considered as a one test cases, right? So one test cases I have added here. In that I have added before method, before class, before test, after test, before suit and after suit. So the executions, as I told you, I'm closing this. Or suit will execute first, then before test will execute second, then before class will execute next, then before method will execute, and here test will execute. And same thing or method, after class, after test, and after suit, right? So execution wise, if I run this program, look here what happened. Okay, look here what I told you. Before suit method is running on the first place, right? Even that before suit we have added here. Look, execution life cycle, you can check the execution cycle here. Okay, I have down here before suit I have added here. The execution is before suit first, then before test method second, then before class third, before method fourth, test, then after method, after class, after test, and finally the pass result is coming here after test, right? So the execution whatever are showing here, this life cycle interview will be asked very frequently. Okay, so keep in mind. So these are nothing but the execution, which method will be executed first. The suit will be executed first. Okay, one more thing. Yeah, anybody is asking any question?
Yeah, that after shoot is not coming in execution, right?
Let me check. Before suit, before test, before after suit is not coming. After suit method, why it is not coming? Let me check. After suit, it's coming here. This is my after shoot
Okay.
method.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because why it is very down, because after after everything running this, that test case is running here. This is my after shoot method.
Okay. And Sandis also give some real-time example how
Okay,
this can be
okay, okay.
separated.
The same thing we will convert into the our vTiger application. So real
Okay.
life example you will get. So
Sure.
first just understood the sequence. So this sequence will be asked into the interview, and if I go with the running test case result, you will able to find here test 7 second will be execution time, pass 1, skip 0, and test case 1. Okay, let me create as Gopi, sorry, Gopi, huh? Okay, as Gopi told, we will create same thing into the real-time application with the vTiger application. Okay,
Okay.
let convert with localhost. I will tell you. Mm, okay, it's working. I'm creating again one class, giving name as vTiger. How I can create? Okay, uh, we'll add the rate test method. We'll make a sequence first, and then I will explain you. So before test, I am adding one method, public void launch browser. Let me copy the code here. Making WebDriver as public, so it access everywhere. Public WebDriver driver. Okay, then defining toString as a public as well, so it will be comparison purpose. String grade is equal to null. Sure, also. Now, so what I did here, I have created one annotation with the before test method. Then I will create one more annotation before methods. So here I will be add user credential, public void verify home page login. Any name you can give. Here I will add login code. Before that, here I will do string add title is equal to, let me open vtiger. This title I want to get. We already saw this, right? title, title, something missing. Let me copy this title, expected title. I will paste it here, here, actual actual title is equal to driver dot get title. This method we know, right? So it will be a get title. Okay, and I will do here. I have added Chrome. It will be open URL. It will be a login. Then I will add one method after method public public void terminate browser. Okay, terminate browser. Here I will add driver dot tweet. One more I will add after method. Okay, copying same thing of the after method. I am keeping this is after test. After test will be a terminate, and after method will do here after admin login. We'll click on the new account link. We'll do one scenario. New account link. Guys, 1 minute.